Hey guys, today is Sunday, November the 7th of 2021, and I wanted to do an update on AppHarvest, ticker symbol APPH. And we're going to start out with some cycles. Let's see where we are. As a disclaimer, just want to let you know that I am long and I own positions on it. 2 positions at 697 and I think it's 607. I haven't loaded up yet on a 3rd position. I'm just waiting to see there's earnings reports coming out. I believe is the 10th, and if I sound stuffy, it's because of allergies out here. So hopefully you forgive me. So let's get into it. So right now, cycles remain still positive. The 289 is still up towards March the 2022. The dominant cycle is the 105. It's still up to November the 29th. Kind of tops out there. So if you merge those two, things are looking bullish. So the cycles are up, and that's what I like. Very oversold, and none of the insiders are selling. So those are the key things to look into this. The negative side, there's lawsuits, there's all these things going on. It's kind of tainting this stock and spooking investors. Once they figure out and resolve all that, then things will probably have a nice turnaround. But as of right now, these are what the cycles are saying. Hey, so I came across this StockTwits website, and this is a user named Sweepcast Options. He put out an alert with unusual options activity, alerted on a 2250 put expiring January 20th of 2023 worth $52K. Interesting, huh? So if this is true and it makes sense, then somebody's betting that we're going to go as high as $22, and then they're going to put a put and short it. So something to keep on the back of your mind. Interesting. I also wanted to show you this, which I thought was pretty cool. Mr. Jingles says, Grandma says hold, no matter what happened. Your grandchild will be thankful. I like that. Yes, I agree with that. I'm a long-term. I believe that long-term, I think is going to be way more than $5-6. But that's my opinion. That's my thoughts. You decide what you think is best, but I'm holding long for the long haul. I also want to cover GAN monthly wave counts. This is a little different from Elliott Wave, but I figured I'd just show it to you guys. So you can see right here, we have a 3-wave, 4-wave, completion of 7. Another 3-wave right here, 4-wave, completion of 7, 3-wave, and now we're into the 4th wave, which would be a completion of 7, and that should technically end somewhere around February of 2022, somewhere around that month. So this is all just probability. You know, if we're doing the Elliott GAN wave count on the monthly, it's indicating that could be a possibility where we could trend higher till February, and we'll see what happens from then. But I figured I just showed you what this technique shows for AppHarvest. So let's look at the charts. Right now, this is a weekly chart, and you can see how I put the cycles from June the 12th all the way to February the 2nd. We made that swing high, and then right here, this is when I started going long, thinking that in the probabilities with the cycles not going up, everything was going to turn. I got in at 697 and 607, but that didn't pan out. As you can see, prices pushed lower. So I was like, all right, let's do an update. We do a fib extension from this point to here. We went to the 38.2, 618, and this is the 100% extension, which is 514. I don't know if you can see that well. Our low on October 26 is 508. We're hovering around 558. The MACD is starting to get positive now, the crossover, but maybe too early, but it's indicating a potential turn on the weekly. If you can see the cycles within the bigger cycle right here, this is when things started getting bullish and get that pop. And this red one is the halfway point of this cycle. As you can see, it doesn't really line up, so I'm having it here. And somewhere around the halfway point will lead you around somewhere around November 22nd. What's interesting about that week of November 22nd is that if you use Gann's theory of price and time having a correlation, and like I said, sometimes these things work, sometimes they don't, but if you do Gann's theory, you want to always have that on the back of your mind. The high was 42.90. If you go 42 weeks into the future, that leads you to November 22nd. So price and time, if it's going to have an effect on AppHarvest, possible turning point. So we could, depending on earnings report, if it's negative or whatever, it could probably push lower, and maybe somewhere around this time, that November 22nd week, could possibly turn around if it pushes lower. If it just goes sideways, which could, and then from here it's a pop, then that could be, possibility, a reason, price and time colliding together. But we'll see. That remains to be seen, but I figured I wanted to show you what I'm seeing on this chart. This looks positive, has potential to be positive turning point. The lawsuit hopefully will get resolved in November. A lot of stuff happening, towards like this month. It's just a matter of, are we going to respect that 508 low and hold it? Are we going to take it out and do a big flush and then turn around and go up? That all remains to be seen. Okay, looking at some Elliott Wave count. According to the software, it believes that we had a wave 5, potential wave 5, so there could be a turning point here or soon. That remains to be seen. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If we get a little closer, these are some supports I've had anchoring from here, and you can see that in regards to time, it extended itself, but these are the support levels from over here, from this anchor point, and it's showing anywhere from 480 all the way to 582. The midpoint is 535, and we just kind of made a low here on the 26, 508, and we're just kind of hovering around right here. So that remains to be seen. We're going to the weekly chart right here. A target from this anchor point, potential target could be anywhere from that 2237 to that 2416. Midpoint would be 2326. So this kind of actually lines up with that option play that I showed you earlier, where it could be a possibility where whoever is shorting into January of 2023 thinks that maybe it's going to reach up to this level. And that could be a possibility. So, that all remains to be seen. Looking at the linear regression channels, you can see that right now we're about to try to break that angle right here. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And lastly, this is the master chart. As you can see right now, our low is right here. 42 weeks into the future takes us into the 22nd, 23rd. This is the Bradley model right here. Showing cluster right there of the 7th, which is Sunday. So let's see how Monday is. Let's take that out. I'm going to show you this. This is last year's price action, this line right here. As you can see that right here, things started waking up. And this is that move that went all the way to 42.90 into February 2021. So interesting to see if we're going to follow this projection. This speculation. So earnings report on the 10th. A lot of stuff happening on the 23rd. 42 weeks. Price and time collide. So the month of November should be interesting. We'll see how it all plays out, but I just wanted to give you an update. Planetary lines, you can see that right here, we're at kind of support. Hasn't pushed any lower than that, so we'll see if maybe this planetary line will hold. But other than that, I'm waiting to see what earnings report, when it comes out, see what happens, what price action does, and keep you posted. And we'll see what happens in December, where we're going to be at in December. Hopefully you like this video. Leave your comments below. Let me know your thoughts. If you like AppHarvest, if this is a great buying opportunity, or you think I'm nuts, this thing is going to go to zero. The lawsuit's going to shut everything down. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking. If you're like grandma, you're going to hold and your grandkids are going to be happy. Let me know your comments, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on AppHarvest.